Yes, y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's your man, Welcome on. Back in the building. It's I.O.W. Sports Show A. And like I said, we trying to get this NFL content in for y'all. So I might be just jumping on any time of the day. And it's about 3:10 Central Standard Time. We in the Midwest. So we're gonna preview the Green Bay Packers 2025 regular season is come upon us. Hey, we are that close of football. And normally I try to get content creators and people, but this guy, I'm trying to convince him to get a Green Bay Packers podcast because he knows his stuff about the Packers. But hey, he's just a friend. We're just gonna talk ball, talk Packers. Hey, welcome back to the show. He was here last year. My man T Drummy, T Dog. I mean, that's what he got on this on the label today.
I'm just clearing up my tears, man. You said football is near, and I'm having a really hard time like keeping my emotions in check. I hate the year without football. Football just makes everything right. I'm so sad the season's as short as it is.
Oh my goodness. It's like it's the best thing under like
Hey, life's okay in Wisconsin this year because I don't have the Packers, but I have the Brewers right now. So things are just working for me.
okay, before we even talk football, like I had it look because it was looking like the Cubs, and then all of a sudden, like y'all flipped the switch, and then y'all said, "Now, man, y'all drunk off your own Kool-Aid," and then best team in baseball. What?
You know what's weird is if you look at the Brewers, they remind me completely of the Packers because they're just doing with a bunch of kids, bunch of young guys. They don't have a whole lot of veterans. I mean, yeah, they got Yelly, Contreras, I guess, is a veteran, but it's just a bunch of young guys, that are going out, and these players, other teams like Andrew Vaughn came from the White Sox in the trade for God, who the hell did they send? Was that not Ashby? Aaron Savali. They sent Savali to the White Sox, and they got Andrew Vaughn back, and the guy has turned into like the reincarnation of Mickey Mantle. It's working. I just hope, and this happens every year because they usually have very good. They won the division last year. And then the Mets cooked their ass in the wild card. Like, I just want to avoid the wild card this year. I want to play some meaningful playoff baseball. Get me to a 7-game series. I think we could stand with anybody.
Y'all are like literally ahead of the big nerdy Dodgers. You know.
Well, that's the best part about it too. Is I mean, you're a Royals guy. You know, Kansas City ain't the hugest market in the world. You know,
No.
Milwaukee's a super small market, man. We spending like $122 million a year on baseball talent. We're beating teams that got $400 million. Hell, dude, when they were playing the Dodgers, the graphic was the Dodgers have more payroll pitchers on IR, like a bigger payroll for their pitchers on IR than Milwaukee has for their entire team. Like, the best part is that they're smoking these guys that are just spending these hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, look at the Mets. They spent all that money on Juan Soto, and they're barely floundering in the East. The Phillies are crushing them.
Yeah. no. Hey, I just wanted to, let you have your moment.
I appreciate that. I don't get to say very many good things about the Brewers many seasons, so it's kind of nice.
Hey, it's because I understand. Hey, being a Royals fan, we did get one in 2015. We got one in the 80s. I wasn't born to see that. But being alive and seeing one, and literally is the same year that I had my first child. So that was just a historic year for me personally.
So. We've never had one. So I'm just, pass the wealth. Let's go.
Hey. Oh, and of course, you love the memorial for him. That was dope.
That was dope. Sunday. That was super cool.
Yeah, I love that. For those who don't know, obviously, Hall of Fame career as a broadcaster, announcer.
Yeah, he wasn't shit as a baseball player.
But some people only recognize him for playing his role in Major League.
Major League, oh man, Harry Doyle, one of the all-time great sidebar movie characters. Like, we can have that conversation at some point, but like movie characters that played a role that weren't meant to play huge roles, like his one-liners, man. When he's trying to find the post-game sponsor and he's like, I can't find it, the hell with it. Like, just his delivery was on point.
It was perfect. Like,
100%.
If he's not in that movie, I think it's a total different vibe.
Yeah, agreed. He makes that movie with his comedic scenes.
Spot on. All right, let's get down to what we really here to talk about.
Happy anniversary. Before we get there, we're gonna get there in a couple of seconds, but happy anniversary. Like, this is the second year in a row we've done this together. Like,
I know, and I'm trying to convince you to I will help produce it. You need a Packers podcast. I'm just saying, if you can just find just 30 minutes a
A
week.
lot of Packers podcasts out there. I mean, I am funny and fairly good looking, according to my wife, who I'm happy hasn't. She said she was gonna like bomb this at some point. Like she's gonna come walking through the back at some point. I'm sure.
If Lisa does it, I'm okay with it. You just got to be okay with it. I'm
Oh,
okay.
I'm always okay with it. It might kill my concentration for a minute.
um, let's start right here.
All right.
I need your true feelings on your coach, Matt LaFleur.
That's a good question. I mean, I like him. His track record kind of speaks for itself. He wins games. I mean, he puts you in a position to win. That's a good thing. I don't know that he's got the foot on the throat mentality that someone like a Andy Reid has. You know, someone like a Nick Sirianni has, where it's like you've got to have one of those 50-50 plays until you put your team out there because you know they're a bunch of dogs and they're going to make the play for you. I don't know that he has that mentality yet. I think he's working on getting the players. We'll talk about a player they could pick up here that the noise has been very loud and I'm very excited about it, even though I'm going to get my heart broken.
Yeah,
But
I'm letting you. If the player you're talking about, I'm just letting you know right now. It's a wild dream. I don't think it'll happen.
I don't think we're talking about MP, right?
Of course.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Now,
I don't think it's going to happen either.
yeah,
But that guy was laying on the medical table, man. He's said Jerry Jones has said some things. He said some things. I don't know that relationship is repairable. Now, whether he gets shipped to Green Bay or not, I don't know. But the new executive vice president of the Packers has went on record to say that he wants to make a big splash right when he comes in. This would be that big splash. But I ask myself, like, at what's the cost, you know? Because you get Micah Parsons, you're easily giving up at least 2 ones. You're probably giving up a 2 in there and maybe throwing in someone like, you know, Lucas Van Ness or Rashawn Gary, worst case scenario, you know, to really thicken that deal and get it up. So I look at the Packers situation. Yeah, they're the youngest team in the NFL, but they on their 53-man roster, they got 19 players that are in their contract year. So you bring on a player like Micah Parsons, he's not a one-year rental. You're definitely going to pay him for the next 4 or 5 years.
yeah.
So can you give up the draft capital knowing you've got that many players that are split in town next year? Like I think you're going to need those draft picks to refill some holes. So I don't know if it's a wise move, but man, he makes the defense. He elevates the defense. All of a sudden, we're Super Bowl contenders, unquestionably. That defense is stacked.
Yeah, yeah.
And we don't even have any cornerbacks you've ever heard of. I mean, the defense is still stacked.
Yeah, we'll talk about your personnel, but I don't know. You're right, Matt LaFleur. He does win a lot. You know, I was just curious on how
I'm 41 years old, so like my recollection of being a Packer fan. I mean, I remember a little bit of the Lindy and Fonte days. I mean, that's late 80s, early 90s. But I definitely like Mike Holmgren's my guy, like my dog, like R.I.P. Mike Holmgren. He just passed away, like I think yesterday or 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not hear that.
So maybe it's unconfirmed. Maybe I'm one of my coworkers mentioned it to me. So maybe they saw it on a website. I don't know. Turns out I haven't seen anything else about it either. So maybe he's still alive. If he's still alive, great. That's awesome. I love Mike Holmgren. But it was Holmgren, and then we had a couple of 1-year coaches in the middle there, and then it really went to Mike McCarthy. And so I'm used to these like slow plodding offenses. Like, yeah, we've had good quarterback play, but speed was never a big deal in Green Bay. You're not drafting the players. You're not drafting the Xavier Worthies. You're not drafting these speed demon players. It's just serviceable wide receivers and great quarterback play. And so with the hiring of LaFleur, in my head, you got that sexy young coach who values speed, who values gadget plays and stuff like that. Like got that offensive mindset. So I like that about him. He needs to win a big game to show that he can do it. He needs to coach a big game, and I think he runs into coaches where he gets outcoached off. Like Sirianni outcoached the hell out of him in the playoff game last year. I think both times they played the Lions, he got outcoached. And so it's just, I don't know. Maybe he gets intimidated by the big moments, but we'll see what happens with. I mean, they don't have a slouch opening week, so we'll see what happens.
No, we'll definitely talk about the schedule too. But even if you don't get Michael Parsons and the money gets configured, you guys did spend some money though.
I mean, we did. The addition of Nate Hobbs. I mean, I don't think that the relationship with Jair was repairable. Even though he was awesome, he was a great steward of Packers football. Like I really like the guy, and I wish him well in Baltimore. But I don't. I don't know, Nate Hobbs, for what we could get, on the open market, I mean, it's whatever. I think the fun intangible is going to be Bo Melton. They moved him from wide receiver to cornerback. His brother's a defensive back, so I mean, maybe it runs in the genes. Maybe he's a better. I mean, he was a serviceable wide receiver. We'll put it at that. But he's got some speed. So if he can make the switch to cornerback, that's where we're going to be weakest. If our rush can get there, we've got some good. I mean, Edgerrin Cooper is a very, very exciting young player that I think is going to be in the defensive player of the year discussion come end of the season this year, if not this year, next for sure. But if they can get to the quarterback, your coverage is whatever because they still got Xavier. They still got Javon Bullard. Still got Zane Anderson. I mean, they've got some serviceable players, definitely above average players in the secondary outside of their cornerbacks.
Man, you sound like you're very confident in your defense, and I got a question about that compared to your offense in a second. But the money that you spent on Josh Jacobs was worth every penny, was it not? Did I lose you, Ty? Uh-oh. I think I lost you, Ty. Anyway, just a quick technical difficulty with my man, Ty. So just to make a fact check, Mike Holmgren has not passed away. It turns out that some kind of fan was trying to make some kind of hoax, being a funny jackass. So that can be dispelled right now. But when it comes to Josh Jacobs, I think he was worth every damn penny of what that man did last year. Ran for at least, I think it was 1,329 yards. He had 15 touchdowns, played all 17 games. Still got to work on fumbles, had 4 fumbles, lost 3 of them. So, got 8, high and tight, all 3 points of that football, Josh. And come on, I see how, you got them old big swole arms. You should be able to hold on to that rock, man. Come on. Put the baby oil down. Yeah, I got to put the baby oil down. All right. Did we lose you? All right.
Can you hear me? Am I back? We had to switch locations.
Nah,
I got the emergency. No, I was just rolling too, man. Like it was going really good. So we had to go into the house. I got the emergency notification on my iPhone because I was sitting out on my deck with my phone on my tripod, and it was getting beat on by the sun. And it said you can't use your iPhone until you until it cools down. So I had to come in and turn up the laptop. So here I am.
No worries. Let's pick up where we left off, man. I think Josh Jacobs was worth every penny. Don't you?
I think he was too. I mean, you look at what your options were. You were going to either re-sign Aaron Jones, which I love Aaron Jones. Shout out, Aaron Jones is my boy. But I think all things considered, Josh Jacobs definitely had that bounce back year. I mean, he's got some wear and tear on his legs, but I think he's going to be a big part of our offense again this year.
Like I was saying, as you was switching locations, 1,329 yards, 15 TDs, 301 carries. So he definitely wasn't scared of the wear and tear, and he played all 17 games. So
He kept his health, which was really good too. I think the offensive line is going to be a little bit better this year. So I think he can. I think everybody's so excited about Jordan Love. They, what can Jordan Love do? What can Jordan Love do? Let's see him, really tear it up. But I really think this is a run-based offense, and Love will get but it's going to come off play action. But he'll eat. I think he's going to have a great year this year. He's coming into the season fully healthy, which is outstanding. I mean, I'm glad he had the thumb procedure before it became a bigger deal. He's going to be healthy. Preseason reps don't matter. You might come out a little bit flat, I suppose, but the reps don't matter. I've never thought the reps mattered except for the backup players. So
nice segue, because speaking to his 2024 performance in overall season, and then kind of what you're expecting in 2025.
So when we look at his 2024, I think it's going to end up being one of those like weird asterisk years in his career when he has a full career, because he played most of the year with that bum knee. And I think if you just watch his stance, his progression, the way he moved in the pocket, what he was able to do with his legs, even like how he would plant and throw, he wasn't putting a whole lot of weight, on the bum leg. And so I think that really caused him to take a lot of back foot throws. He doesn't get as much behind it. And so that's why his accuracy numbers were way down. His interceptions were, up a little bit, but I think he has a bounce back year this year. I don't think he's ever going to be as accurate as Aaron Rodgers was. I don't think he's ever going to have as low interceptions as Aaron Rodgers did, but I think he could conceivably have a 30 touchdown year, and probably 8 to 10 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Throw for 4,000 yards. I mean, he's got the weapons. I think Watson's going to come back a lot quicker than people realize from his ACL injury. And the addition of Golden, I'm in love with that. I mean, the kid has shown everything in preseason and in practice. He catches with his hands. He's quick. I think he's going to add, we were talking about how the Packers didn't value speed, when I was growing up. And now it's nice to see them value speed, because speed does kill. Speed wins championships.
I believe that. I believe that for sure. What's your biggest question mark? Would it be your offense or your defense?
My biggest question mark is going to be the offense, but my biggest question mark is going to be the play of the cornerbacks. So my question mark offense, I'm very solid on my defense outside of my pass coverage, basically, from the cornerbacks. We'll see what they've got. I think Keyshawn Nixon does a serviceable job. See what Nate Hobbs has, and then obviously you've got Bo Melton, a couple guys behind them. Safeties are going to have to play, but I think the way they're structuring the defense to have that safety be a linebacker, rush, be that bull kind of head, I think that the cornerbacks will hold their own. Offensively, there's so many injuries right now in preseason. I mean, there's, guys like Dontavian Wicks and Jaden Reed and, Marshawn Lloyd, who I'm super high on at running back. He's just never been healthy in Green Bay. And the one preseason game he played in, he caught a 35-yard wheel route. He looks the part. He just can't stay healthy. And so it's going to be like, how do they start this season with the injuries? Like, our guy's going to get back. I mean, Savion Williams, I think he's going to be a wonderful gadget slot receiver. He's been injured the whole time. And so it's like, is Jordan Love going to have enough weapons to throw to? But the fact that they were comfortable releasing Mecole Hardman tells me that guys like Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks probably going to be healthy for week one. Otherwise, I think you keep that veteran presence. But the fact that they kept Malik Heath over Mecole Hardman tells me that you're going to have your guys like Reed and Wicks back right away. Watson probably by week 4 or 6. I think he's going to start the year on the IR, but IR designated to return.
Yeah. So definitely missed the first 4 for sure. Yeah, man. Hey, sounds like you're going to be a solid overall team, because I think you guys win 11-6 last year.
Yeah, and I think that's probably about where we land this year. I mean, maybe 12-5. I don't think we get any better than 12-5. I mean, there's definitely some losses on the schedule. It's not an easy schedule, but Detroit, it's at home, which thank God we finally get a home game to start. I can't remember the last time we had a home game to start the regular season. It's the weirdest thing. Go look it up, because it's a thing the NFL does. We always start the year on the road. I'm interested to see what the Lions can do. I mean, losing, Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, I think is going to be huge for them. So I don't know if they're going to be as explosive as they were, but they're still a really, really good team. They're still the cream of the crop. So that'll be a good game. Oddly enough, I think we beat the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels, that'll be a good test for the defense. I mean, Jared Goff is more of your pocket passer. You can contain him. Can you rush him? Jaden Daniels being more mobile, I think that's going to be a big challenge. Yeah. Ideally, 1-1 in this stretch would be great.
Nice. Okay. And then Cleveland.
They're going to beat the Browns. They'll be 2-1. They're going to beat the Cowboys. They'll be 3-1.
Okay. Early.
I'm not happy with the early bye.
I'm not a fan of it. It happened to us last year. Trust me, I hate it. I don't like the late bye either. I like that middle of the road. Like, give me 8-9 games, give me a bye, and then let me play the rest of the season. Byes in like week 12, week 4 or 5, just brutal. Cincinnati comes to Lambeau.
I think Cincinnati's going to beat the Packers. I think that puts us at 3-2 at that point.
Okay.
4-2.
Scrappy. Hey, don't you sleep on the Cardinals. They're scrappy.
On the Cardinals, that is 4-2. We're good. 5-2, because there's no way we're losing the Aaron Rodgers game. Ain't no way. Biggest game I'm looking forward to. I'm just sad that he's not coming to Lambeau. We'll go to Pittsburgh, but I'm looking forward to that game because I think by week 6, Pittsburgh's going to be like, why the hell did we sign this guy? Why are we giving him, $15-20 million a year to be our quarterback? Because they're going to be like, was it week 8? They're probably going to be like 3-4, 4-5, or 4-2, like 2-4. Like they're not going to be like they ain't going to be at the top of the AFC North.
Oh man, I don't think they.
The Browns might be ahead of them.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
The Browns got to talk, they got to pivot to Shedeur Sanders, but that's a whole nother conversation for your Browns guy.
Look, it's Baltimore for sure. It's Cincinnati, but they always have the slow starts. So I say they might have a chance to leapfrog Cincinnati just because of how they always start off slow. But
did you see New York Jets Aaron Rodgers? He was the same Aaron Rodgers that played the last season in Green Bay, where it's like a great game for him. His 2 touchdowns, 160 yards, and no interceptions. Like he's not throwing for 400 yards. He's not throwing for 300 yards anymore and 5 touchdowns. Like there's no way. They're gonna struggle, and they can't run the ball because they got rid of Najee Harris.
I mean, they're I guess they're high on Warren. I guess.
Yes, so I hope so. I took him in my fantasy draft, so I hope he's good.
The kitty cats from Carolina, my bad. Carolina Panthers. Let's show respect. Carolina Panthers come.
I think they win that game, but they're definitely going to lose against the Eagles.
Oh, oof, man. And that's a Monday nighter.
Yep.
But hold on. And shout out to my man Bobby G. He says it's always something about Lambeau Field. It's one
it is.
Places.
There's no denying it. Definitely is. It's a wonderful, wonderful place to watch a football game, and it's a very, very tough atmosphere to win in. I just think the Eagles are still the cream of the crop in the NFC.
I understand that, but it's some kind of primetime voodoo, specifically at Lambeau Field, that happens to the good teams. They go in there, and shit just kind of goes haywire for them.
Okay, so maybe the Packers can win this game, but I told you they were going to be 12-5 at best, and I think I only got them for like 2 losses up to this point. So we got to make some up here at some point. I just realistically, when I look at what I think my team has,
I know.
It's hard for me to say they're going to lose.
I'm just having fun because, like,
I know you are, but it's I don't mean to sound like a homer, like they're going to be 13-4, like it's never going to happen. But it's hard. Like if they play to their potential, they're not going to lose some of these games.
Yeah, for sure. Go to New York, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
I think they're going to beat the Giants. I think they're going to split the season series with the Vikings.
How do you? Well, before we move on, how do you feel about your offensive line going up against that defensive front that they got in the Giants? I mean, you don't think it'll kind of give you guys a little headache?
I think the offensive line is going to be sneaky good.
Okay.
For the Packers, I think they saw what the Eagles did to them twice last year, and they saw how they got mauled in front. And I think they made some choices, brought some players in, signed some players, kept some players, let some players walk to beef up that front line to make them more aggressive and a little bit more dangerous. I think Jordan Love is going to find himself on his feet more often than not this year.
Hey man, y'all miss Aaron Rodgers, man. Just say it. Y'all miss him.
I don't miss him. I miss him. Hold on. I miss 2009 to like 2018 Aaron Rodgers. Like when he was in his prime and everybody thought he was this California boy that just loved the game and he was, the reincarnation of Brett Favre having fun and stuff like that. Like, okay, loved the guy. But like he turned weird. And it has nothing to do with his political affiliation. He just turned weird. I mean, he's just, I guess you believe Robert Kennedy for your medical advice. That's what it is.
You're saying you're splitting Packers splitting with the Vikings, huh?
I do. But I think the split is reversed. I think they're going to beat us in Lambeau and we're going to beat them in Minnesota.
Okay. I believe that's Thanksgiving.
It is
in Detroit.
They've got such a weird schedule this year. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about starting at 3:25 on a Sunday and then being forced to play the Thursday game right away? Like you barely have 4 days off.
There's some crazy scheduling going on.
Look at this one. Week 12, you got noon, and then you're playing Thanksgiving. Like they've got so many scheduling blips this year where they're only on like a 4-day rest. It's really weird. They played some really like primo games, but they got some weird rest.
Crazy. And course, you got to face the Bears.
I think the Bears are going to be better than people expect this year. And I hate to say that we're green and gold, but I think they're going to be better than people expect this year. I think Caleb Williams makes the leap. I think Ben Johnson was a tremendously good hire with the offensive talent they have in there. You know, you got DJ Moore, you've got they drafted Colson Kovlin, they got DeAndre. Like they have got some dogs on that offense.
They got my guy Luther Burton. Shout out to Luther Burton from Missouri. I think he's going to do nice with that roster move with Ben Johnson. Denver, got to go to Denver.
Yeah, I think they're going to lose in Denver. I think Denver is going to win the. I'm sorry. I think they're going to win the West this year.
All right, don't sip that Kool-Aid, man. Don't do that.
I think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. I mean, I don't know who you're going to throw the ball to. You got the Packers problem. You got Xavier Worthy and Schuster. Like,
okay. I mean,
about Rashee Rice. Are you happy that situation is finally just over now?
Yeah, it's just get it over. I mean, I don't agree with the amount, and I'm just kind of like, I might just all right. We got resolution. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, NFL is kind of quirky with how they come up with their disciplinary tier, which they don't have any. But
they don't have any. They just, this sounds bad. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
It's the Ray Rice thing. We're slapping him on the wrist. Oh, no, there's video of it. Never mind. He's suspended for life.
Regardless, tighten up on that front. Another road game, Chicago.
Does Kansas City have a disciplinary problem?
I just think NFL players in general have a
who's the running back?
Pacheco.
No, the other one. Kareem Hunt.
You
got the Kareem Hunt situation.
Yeah.
With y'all. And now you got the Rashee Rice situation. I don't know, man. Harrison Butker out there just saying some wild shit like about women. Like, I don't know, man. Kansas City's got to be a wild town to live in.
No, we're all right out here, man. It's all right. It's a lovely spot.
Seems like a lovely spot if you're male, not a female.
It's just you gotta relax. Oh, they got Baltimore on the schedule.
Yeah, we had Baltimore on the schedule this year too, man. All right, I take it back. We're definitely going 10-7 this year.
Oh, Minnesota, and then you say you split with Minnesota right there.
Yeah. When I say we're gonna go 10-7, we're gonna end up starting the season like 9-2, and then we're gonna go like 1-5 over the last 6 weeks. Like the end of our schedule is brutal.
Yeah, that's y'all got some a lot of playoff teams on that.
Yeah, you got Minnesota, you got Baltimore, you had Denver in there, you had the Bears in there twice. Like their last 6 weeks is really rough.
I'm actually kind of surprised you're high on the Bears. I love Ben Johnson, but it was always my rebuttal to hiring Ben Johnson is he didn't leave the division. And if you were running, you're pretty much going to know your similar offenses because you were running it in Detroit and all you did is go to Chicago. So like if I'm Detroit, I'm pretty so I know your tendencies, your coaching tendencies and all that stuff. If I'm Green Bay and if I'm Minnesota, I've been facing you for the last 3 years. So I'm Wouldn't
you say, though, that his offense is going to be more deadly in the hands of somebody like Caleb Williams that can run versus like Jared Goff, who runs like a 5.5 40? Like, I mean, the guy is – I may run a faster 40 than him.
I understand what you're saying, but I trust Jared Goff with more when it comes to decision-making of the football than Caleb Williams. That's always
I watched Caleb Williams not be able to hit a net from 5 yards away, so maybe I'm too high on the guy.
I'm just, just sometimes I'm like with his decision making. I'm like, come on, what are you doing? Where are you throwing at? Like, it's not arm talent. It's not the talent at all because I think he's a great talent.
He's got the arm talent. If he could put the mind together, he could be a really good quarterback.
I trust Jared Goff more on that front.
Man, look at the NFC North is stacked with young quarterbacks. I mean, aside from Jared Goff, I guess, but you've got J.J. McCarthy, you've got Caleb Williams, you've got Jordan Love. Like, we get some power quarterbacks in the NFC North potentially.
You're kind of high on J.J. McCarthy?
I saw what he did at Michigan. And again, playing in the NFL game, he trusted his legs a lot. He, the Tim Tebow where the throw's not there, I can run because that's college football, so I can just run. So I think that's going to bite him in the ass a little bit in the NFL, but he's got arm talent. I don't know that he would be a top 10 pick, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm Obviously, unfortunate lost his rookie year, but I'm just.
But again, you look what the Vikings did with Sam Darnold. Like, I mean, really, it's a lateral move. He's not gonna be any worse than Sam Darnold. I mean, Sam Darnold has always been Sam Darnold.
So I think that's the main part of that. I trust Kevin O'Connell as the coach.
And it doesn't matter because nobody's going to score more than 20 points on their defense anyway. It's like their defense is going to be stout this year. They might have the best defense in football.
And I'm so irritated that Brian Flores can't get a camera.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Last question. What are just kind of your expectations? You can throw a record on it, or is just or you looking.
I think they make the playoffs. I think they make the playoffs as a wild card, and they probably make the playoffs as the third team in the NFC North. I think they finish they won't finish last. I think Minnesota probably finishes last this year, but I think they're going to finish ahead of or below Chicago, and I think they're going to finish below Detroit. So I think they make it in as probably a 5 or a 6 seed, and then wild card, maybe get through the wild card, but I don't think they make it past the divisional. I think there's still a year away. I think there's still a inflection of talent. Now, if they pull off the Micah Parsons trade and their defense is locked down, that's one thing. But I need to see more out of the wide receivers. I don't know what they have. If Golden goes out and has a Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase type rookie year, okay, then we might finish higher than I'm thinking. But I mean, if he's got 4 wide receivers that all have 600 yards receiving and no one separates themselves, and you just rely on Josh Jacobs again, I just think it's going to be a above average season, but I don't think it's going to be a championship season.
Okay. So, I mean, not far off, like you said, obviously 11-6 last year. So not too far off
Not too far off.
Yeah. Not too far off. This was great, man. This was great.
I look forward to it. My 1 year I get to come on your podcast.
Yeah, I know, because I'm gonna have to move mountains to get you to finally cave in.
I don't know a whole bunch of shit about other stuff though. Like I can talk about the Brewers. We can see you talk about the Brewers for the next 32 minutes. Like I'd be down for that. But like,
okay,
that's why I don't really have a sports podcast because I don't really follow other stuff except for golf. But that's just because I'm a white guy in my 40s.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like a 30-minute Packers podcast is just fine. That's all. As I say, just give me 30 minutes of your week. That's it. Especially during the season. Like you can do it during the regular season, preseason, or you can just do, be confident enough to like follow them through the off season. Yeah,
because everybody wants to hear my picks on what they're going to do in February. Like hell yeah.
That's why I love you, Ty.
I told you the story last year. I think that I'm the reason that they have Jordan Love. I think I told you the story, right? I did tell you the story.
You did. I like
to flaunt it.
No, I still got it clipped. It's on the interwebs.
I feel less proud of that this year because of the year he had last year. So if he goes out and throws for like 4,500 yards and 40 touchdowns, like I'm gonna be really on it next year.
But I mean, hey, they give Jordan. I've been hearing a couple of people that in my inner circle. Podcast where they got some love for J Love.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
Kid walks through at the end. I got 33 minutes without getting bothered, and then he walks through at the end.
It's all good, man. Hey, man, I'm not gonna hold you up, but man, y'all know where to find me. Going over to my Twitter page, Casey Walcott Mar. My man T Drummond, he's not a content creator. He just loves talking Packers ball.
I just love talking Packers football.
Yeah. So, and we got common interest with that, wrestling and shit talking. So that's what we do.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do my line for you. I had it all planned out and everything.
Damn, you had it. And did you lose it?
I know. I still got it. When you said wrestling, you brought it up.
I did. Drop it. What's your line?
We're talking about facing Aaron Rodgers earlier in Pittsburgh and how confident I was that we were going to win. Okay. You might have to cut this whole last 4 minutes. It's turned into an absolute madhouse around here with my dogs barking at people walking past the house. But no, when Jordan Love faces Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh, only one thing's going to happen to Aaron Rodgers, if I can steal a phrase from wrestling and Lamar. It's 4 letters, 1 word. He gonna get beat.
Beat. Beat.
He don't stand a chance. We're gonna light him up.
If you don't know,
Now you know.
how you know?
That was a powerful way to end that podcast. I like it.
Hey, take care of yourselves.
You needed that. Hey, you needed that viral clip. You want your content to pop off. Get this guy more love. Oh no, I'll point this way. This guy, get him more love so he can pop off as a content creator. He does a wonderful job. But you needed that clip, and now you got it, man. 4 letters, 1 word. Beat.
We out of here, y'all. Peace.